Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're doing Saiki K fan art, but not really. You guys, I didn't know what to draw for Wednesday's video, so I was like, I gotta do something. And I was kind of having a craving to do a rewatch of Saiki K. So I was like, well, if I put Saiki K on in the background and I just doodle the characters, that'd be fine for today's video, right? So that's what I did. So these drawings are not very good because I was trying to watch the show at the same time and trying to use the reference as I was watching the show. And it's like very hard to do that because I'm like looking at the paper, looking at the screen, looking at the paper, looking at the screen. So if the drawings did not come out very good, that's what I'm blaming it on. That's what I'm going to say it was. So yeah, it's just some little Saiki K doodles. I like Saiki K. I don't know if you guys have seen Saiki K, or specifically it's called The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. It streams on Netflix. I'm sure you can probably pirate it somewhere. Not that I support pirating, wink wink nudge nudge, but I watch it on Netflix, the appropriate streaming platform. And I've seen it a couple times now. I've only seen season 1 though, because season 2, I've seen the first 2 seasons, and then the third season is it the first 3? There's like a spin-off, technically a quote-unquote spin-off, because it's dubbed a different way for like the next season, where it like brings in some other characters. And I've never seen that one because I don't like the dub voices for them, and I watch Saiki K in the dub because I watch all anime in the dub. Mostly if they have a dub. If it doesn't have a dub, obviously I watch the sub, but I prefer dubs because I like to watch TV and shows when I'm falling asleep, and so I can close my eyes and listen to the words, and that way I can still know what's going on without having to watch it. And so they changed the dub voices. I'm not sure if they have like if it was originally dubbed by like Funimation and they procured it that way, and then after a while they had it remade. They just made a new season with Netflix's own in-house voices that they use, but they changed the voices, and I didn't like the guy for Saiki. I listened to it and I was like, that's not Saiki at all. I guess I just got used to it. I feel like now if I just like would go in without rewatching the first 3 seasons or the first 2 seasons and just watch the new one, I would probably be okay with it. But I don't know, I tend to get like kind of attached to voice actors when I'm watching a show. Like I've watched this one show on Hulu called Solar Opposites, and it's about a bunch of aliens, right? But that's not really matter. But the whole point was one of the main characters was voiced by Justin Roiland, and that guy's a piece of shit, so they fired him. And so the next 2 seasons are voiced by a different guy, and it took me a while to get used to it, but I ended up getting used to that one just because it was so different. So it was like, those obviously not the same person, so I just rewrite it in my brain. And after the first season of the new guy, I got used to it. But I was like, I don't know, I just feel like I don't want to do it for Saiki, because for Saiki K, it's not just Saiki, it's everybody is different, and so I'm like, I can't do it. But maybe I will eventually go on and do it. I haven't read the manga for Saiki K. Not to say I don't think it's good or whatever. It's just, it is a gag manga, which means it's mostly for joke. It's supposed to be like 100% jokes or whatever, mostly jokes. And the show is like that too. But when they dub it and they translate it, I can get the jokes when they're dubbing it over, because they translate them for like a more American audience or whatever, or like an English speaking audience. In Japanese, like when you do like this, when they translate like the text, there's still jokes I'm not gonna get, because it's like they just have to translate what the words say. Kind of. I mean, it's kind of the same thing for dub, but I feel like in anime they get to have a little bit more fun with what they change the dub, like the dub isms are for, or whatever, what they change the jokes to. I don't think it's quite the same when they do it for manga. So I've never read the manga, but maybe I should. I don't know yet. I don't know. But I really do like the anime. I watched it several times. Like I said, those first 2 or 3 seasons, I watched them like 4 times. And I just started to rewatch the other day when I was doing these. I haven't watched it again since, but I probably will whenever I find the time. It's just, I feel like whenever I'm like working during the week, I don't really have time to do anything, which is not true. I have time to do stuff. I just don't do it because I'm kind of lazy. And I feel like I gotta spend my time doing more productive stuff, like drawing and stuff like that. So it's like, you're too lazy to watch TV? And it's like, yeah, kind of. I guess so. I end up spending, if I'm not drawing, I spend a lot of time on my phone, which I really don't want to do. But I feel like it would actually be more productive if I was watching more TV or like shows that I like, because I could use that for like inspiration, and rather than just like scrolling on Instagram or whatever. That's not very productive at all. So yeah, I guess you could say in comparison to scrolling on Instagram, watching TV would be a little bit more productive. Anyway, talking about the drawings for just a little bit, I mostly ended up drawing Saiki. Like, the first couple of drawings I did were Saiki, and then the other drawings, I tried to do some of of Saiki's friends. Like, I tried it on Nendo, but my Nendo's not very good. It just looks like a guy smiling. It doesn't look like Nendo at all. It's like I have trouble with those more exaggerated features because, like, Nendo has, like, a really big, like, cleft chin, and I didn't really draw that at all. And I'm like, why not? It's like, I should have. And I should have, honestly, truly. I just get scared. I'm like, what if it looks bad? But, like, that's the whole point. He's supposed to look weird. But, you know, it's fine. I gotta try harder. I'm so too preoccupied with, like, drawing characters looking quote-unquote attractive, I guess, in some way. Like, it's like, not that I say that cleft chins are unattractive. It's just, like, the way that the character, like, the artist drew Nendo was supposed to be meant to be unattractive because he is supposed to be, like, ugly. And I didn't draw him ugly enough. And I'm not really good at drawing ugly characters. Not to say, like, oh, all my drawings come out good. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, to, like, purposely draw something to look ugly is actually a very hard skill, you guys. Like, I feel like the first thing that people learn to draw when they're drawing is they want to draw people that look nice, that look, like, appealing or, like, attractive, like, conventionally attractive. And actually drawing those features that people think are not conventionally attractive is actually a lot harder, I feel like, because to make something look ugly deliberately is a little bit harder than is, like, a lot harder actually than making something look nice. Like, anybody can make anything look appealing. Like, that's not true, but you know what I mean. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense here, but I feel like it is harder to draw things that are ugly on purpose. Like, it's easy to draw something that's ugly by accident, but, like, actually, like, drawing something ugly and also making it somehow appealing to look at. Does that make sense? Because it's like, it's ugly, but you're like, wow, that's like it's like a cool ugly drawing. Does that make sense? I don't think I'm making any sense. Anyway, I'm not very good at that. I want to try to get better at drawing things that are probably considered quote unquote ugly or conventionally unattractive or whatever. I just have to get better at that, genuinely. Anyway, but after I drew Nendo, I decided I was going to draw Kaido, but as I was trying to draw Kaido, the episode changed, and so he wasn't in the episode that I was drawing currently, and I was like, fuck, my reference is gone. I was like, I guess I could have pulled up Saiki K characters and drawn those from, like an image, but I was like, I'm watching the show. I just gotta wait a couple minutes, he pop up. And so I started drawing Kaido, and then I was like, okay, fine, fuck it. I'm just gonna stop drawing Kaido and draw whoever's on the screen because my reference is gone. Initially, when I was drawing these, I was planning to use a green and a pink pen because Saiki's glasses are green and his uniform is also green. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and draw, like, the base parts of him with the pink, and then I'll just go over for, like, his glasses and his jacket and do the green. And then I did that for the first two drawings, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It was only for two drawings, but I was like, this is going back and forth, is kind of killing what I want to draw here. So I was like, forget it, we're just gonna do it in the pink. So I just forgot about it and did it in the pink. And then I'm drawing Teruhashi. I guess I can talk about who my favorite characters are in the show. I do like Saiki, obviously. He's the main character, so I'm gonna like him. I do like Saiki a lot. I feel like I kind of relate to him a little bit sometimes, but I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't because he's got, like, he doesn't have bad personality, but it's like, hey buddy, they're trying to be your friends. I know it's hard for him because he's, like, a psychic, and so he can kind of see, like, all their intentions and stuff, and he's like, but he does end up thinking of them as friends, so I think that's very sweet. But I also like Hyro, which is, I do draw Hyro here, but it's a terrible drawing of Hyro, so I don't really like it that much. But I do like Hyro a lot, and I'm kind of sad that he's not in the show more. I feel like he was in, like, the first season he was in a lot, and they started introducing newer characters, and he kind of takes the back seat. I guess because his gag is not quite as funny. Like, a sweaty sports guy is not, like, quite as funny as some of the other personalities that they have on there. But I still like him a lot, because maybe that's just because I am a fan of sports anime, and I'm like, he's so cliche sports anime kid. And it's like, he would fit right in with any of the other sports anime kids. He's, like, super passionate and stuff. And, like, that's, like, a big trope of sports anime is, like, the kid is, like, super passionate about his sport, right? And I was like, maybe that's why I like Hyro, because I enjoy sports animes. And so I like parodies of sports anime. And so I'm like, that's so much fun. And then the other character, I can't remember his name. I think his name is Aaron. I actually don't remember, but he's, like, the guy who used to be a delinquent, and then he comes back and he comes to a new school and he's like, I'm not a delinquent anymore. I like him a lot because I really like delinquent stories also. For a while I was thinking about writing a story about delinquents, but I was like, no, I don't think I would like writing a story about delinquents. But I do like watching stories about delinquents. So if you guys have any good sort of anime recommendations that involve delinquents, I've been hearing a lot about Windbreaker, and I'm gonna check out Windbreaker. I swear, I just don't know when I'm gonna check it out. But it's like a fighting anime about delinquents and stuff. And I tried to watch some other ones about delinquents, and I didn't end up liking. Like, oh my gosh, what's the one with the time travel? I can't remember right now. Tokyo Revengers. I tried to watch that one. I was like, this is so fucking boring. I didn't like it. But that's mostly because I don't like time travel stories. I can't do time travel. I think it's lame. I think it's so fucking lame. Because it's always like, it's gonna turn out one or two ways. It's like, are they gonna save everybody? Yeah, usually. Like, who cares? And if they don't save everybody, oh, everybody's dead. And I don't like that either. So it's like, I don't care. I mean, that's kind of like why I really didn't like, I think this might be blasphemous to say, but I didn't really like the Cell Saga for Dragon Ball because it involved so much time travel. And everybody's like, Cell Saga is peak. And I'm like, I guess so. I didn't really like it when I was reading it. This is gonna really sound bad because I liked the Boo Saga, and nobody liked the Boo Saga but me. I like that shit. But yeah. Anyway, we're just coloring in here now. Sorry if these is like turned into like my weird anime opinions about how I don't like time travel and I like delinquents and I do like sports anime. I feel like it's maybe a weird range of taste. No, it isn't. That's normal. Lots of people like all those sorts of things. But I guess, yeah, I don't like time travel. It's not my favorite. So if you guys have any other suggestions for sports anime, not sports anime, well, I mean, yeah, you can suggest your sports anime. I've seen a lot of them, but not all of them. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I didn't end up talking about Saiki very much at all. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I'll go ahead and see you in the next one. Bye.